Hi, and welcome to this episode of Icelandic for Foreigners. In this video, I'm going to be talking about the construction búinn að, or the recent past tense. This is a really helpful thing to learn because it's kind of a shortcut to starting to use the past tense without having to learn all of the verb conjugations for the past tense, which is a pretty big task. So this is kind of a shortcut to that. Now, of course, this principle can't replace the past tense. You still need to learn the past tense. But this will hopefully get you speaking a little bit sooner, and then when you learn the past tense, you can switch between the two as you need to. So let's talk about the construction for these sentences. The construction's slightly complex. We have the subject of the sentence, the verb vera, to be, and then búinn að, which means finished, and then the infinitive of whatever verb the subject has done. And so when we're doing this construction, we need to make sure that the verb vera, to be, is conjugated for the subject. And also, because búinn is an adjective, that also needs to match or agree with the subject. So let's look at an example sentence. So here we have ég búinn að lesa, where we have ég is the subject, I am, is conjugated for ég, and then búinn means I am finished. And so if you're a boy that's talking, then you're going to say búinn with two N's. And if you're a girl, then you're going to say búinn with one N, even though the pronunciation of these is identical. And then að lesa, that's the infinitive for to read. So this sentence means I have read. Now, because we're dealing with adjectives, that means we need to use different forms if you're masculine, feminine, or plural. So our different forms, masculine, if it's a single male talking, they would say ég búinn or hann búinn, and if it's plural, you'd say við búnir. Then feminine, a girl would say ég búin with one N, and a group of girls would say við búnar. Then you have the neuter form, singular búið, and the plural búinn. Now, the ones that you need to worry about most are probably the masculine and feminine singular and the neuter plural, because the neuter plural, búinn, is the one that you're going to use if you're a mixed group, saying we, a mixed group of male and female, have done something. So really, I would just focus on those three forms for now. Now let's talk about what exactly this form means. Now the meaning of the recent past tense is that the subject has finished doing an action. It also means generally that the action was recent, and often means that the action was expected or planned. And it cannot be used to tell a story. It can't be used to talk about the order in which something happened. So let's look at a couple examples. Ég búinn að vaska upp. I have finished washing up, or that means to do the dishes. So there are several ways that we could translate this. We could say, I have washed the dishes sometime in the recent past. It could also be translated as, I have already washed the dishes, or I have finished washing the dishes. It kind of means all of these things all wrapped up in one. Another example, ég búinn að læra heima, which means I have learned at home, which is the way that they talk about doing homework. So it's most likely to be translated, I have done my homework, or I have already done my homework, or I have finished doing my homework. Hún búin að borða matinn sinn. She has eaten her food, or she has finished her food. It could be translated any of those ways. So I would like to explain how this is different from the present perfect. Present perfect in English is when we say, I have done. And there's a way to do that in Icelandic as well, but the meaning is slightly different. When you use búinn að, it's referring to a specific instance when you did something, whereas the present perfect refers to something that just has been done at any time in the past. So let's look at these two sentences and how they're different. The first one is the present perfect. Ég hef lesið bókina would probably be translated as, I have read the book. And that just means that at some point in the past I have read the book. But if you say ég búinn að lesa bókina, it means a specific time. I have read the book, for example, for the assignment, or like I said I would. This is that expectation or something that you planned on doing. It's not just referring to some vague time in the past. Now, we also have a simple past tense in Icelandic, but búinn að is a little bit different than that too. Búinn að refers to an action that was planned or expected, whereas the simple past, we're just telling a story, the order in which things happened. Really, a búinn að sentence is all about emphasizing that the thing is done. It's not about telling a story. So in these two sentences, ég borðaði franskana would mean I ate the fries, and that just means at some point in the past, or I'm telling a story, and part of that story is me eating the fries. But if I say ég búinn að borða franskana, that means I have eaten the fries like I planned, for example, or like you asked me to. It's referring to a very specific time, and the point of the sentence is to say that it's done. It's not to tell a story. So a little bit more about the no storytelling rule. Búinn að can't be used to talk about the order that things happen in. So if you wanted to say, I came home and then called my brother, this is talking about an order. One happened and then the other. So we can't use búinn að. We have to use the past tense. Ég kom heim og hringdi í bróður minn. But if our emphasis is just on what we have done, what we've completed, with no reference to order, then we can use búinn að. So like in this sentence, today I have called my brother, read a book, and cleaned up. We're not emphasizing the order that this happened. We're just saying these are all things that I have completed today. In that case, it's okay to use búinn að. So we might say, í dag ég búinn að hringja í bróður minn, lesa bók og taka til. Now, some special rules. With búinn að, it can't be used with certain verbs, especially the auxiliary verbs, like can, need, want, and shall, and will. And also, with verbs that don't express a specific action, you have to use a time marker. One of the big ones for this is að vera, to be. It's okay to say ég búinn að vera, I have been, but then you need to have something that tells you about the time, how long you have been. So, hann búinn að vera á Íslandi í 2 vikur. He has been in Iceland for 2 weeks. That's okay to do. But you can't just say, hann búinn að vera á Íslandi. That wouldn't make any sense. All right, that's all I have for you today. I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them below and stay posted for more videos. Bless, bless.